Good morning, dear students. In this video, I would like to discuss with you about JK and T flip-flops. First one, JK flip-flop. JK flip-flop is the modified version of SR flip-flop. We already studied SR flip-flop, in which we have two inputs S and R. S for set and R for reset. Same way, in JK flip-flop, we have two inputs J and K. J input is similar to the Z input of SR flip-flop, and K input is similar to the reset input of SR flip-flop. This JK flip-flop is the most widely used flip-flop and is considered as the universal flip-flop circuit. It has two inputs J and K. It is not for Z or reset, as in the case of SR flip-flop. It's coming from the inventor name Jack Kilby. Therefore, J and K. This is a block diagram of JK flip-flop in which we have two inputs J and K. Of course, there is a clock input. Two outputs similar to SR flip-flop, Q and Q dash. The advantage of JK flip-flop over SR flip-flop is that it has no invalid or forbidden input state. As we know, when S is equal to R is equal to 1, we have a forbidden state in SR flip-flop. We can avoid this forbidden state in JK flip-flop. So, the flip-flop is constructed in such a way that Q output of the first NOR gate, it is here, is AND with K. That means we are connecting, our feedback is given to an AND gate from Q output and it is connected with K. Therefore, in this first AND gate, we have K input, feedback from Q, then clock. Similarly, for second AND gate, we have J input, feedback from Q dash, then clock. So, the only difference from SR flip-flop is that we have a feedback mechanism from Q and Q dash to K and J. They are connected with AND gate. This is the logic diagram of JK flip-flop. I already discussed this diagram. Now we have to check different conditions like J equal to K is equal to 0, J equal to 1 and K is equal to 0, J equal to 0 and K is equal to 1, and J is equal to K is equal to 1. The first case is when J is equal to K is equal to 0, similar to SR flip-flop, there is no change in the output. That means when J is equal to 0 and K is equal to 0, this AND gate, the output of this AND gate goes to 0. Same way here, output of this AND gate is also 0. Therefore, there is no change in the final outputs Q and Q dash. So, when both the J and K are 0, the output of either respective AND gate becomes 0. Now consider J is equal to 1 and K is equal to 0 and we are giving a high clock. And suppose a case in which the previous output Q is equal to 1 and Q dash is equal to 0. Let us check that condition. Q dash is equal to 0 comes here. J is equal to 1, clock is high, but one of the input is low. Therefore, output of this AND gate is 0. It's come here. and Q is equal to 1 here, 1 and 0 for OR gate, that is 1. This is NOR gate, therefore complement of that 0. Therefore Q dash is 0. And 0 comes here. Here K is equal to 0. Therefore the output of this AND gate is 0, even though Q is high and clock is high. Then 0 and 0, 0 as the output of OR gate. This is NOR gate. Therefore complement 1. Therefore Q is equal to 1. So Q is equal to 1 means set state. Let us consider the second case. Suppose Q is equal to 0 and Q dash is equal to 1 in the previous state. Then 1 from here comes here, J is equal to 1, clock is high. The output of AND gate is 1 because all the inputs are high. Then 1 here, 0 from here, therefore 1 from OR gate, reverse for NOR gate because we are using NOR gate. Therefore 0, 0 here. Therefore 0 comes here, K is equal to 0 and clock is high, Q is high. One of the input of this AND gate is 0, therefore output is 0. Comes here, 1 here, 0 from Q dash here. So therefore 0 and 0. Final output is 1 because we are using NOR gate. Therefore Q is equal to 1. So whatever may be the previous state, we will get Q is equal to 1 and Q dash is equal to 0. So remember, I am concluding this state as when J is equal to 1 and K is equal to 0, whatever may be the previous state, we get Q is equal to 1 and Q dash is equal to 0. That means set state. Next condition, when J is equal to 0 and K is equal to 1, I am not going to the detailed explanation here, but remember, similarly, when S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 1, Q dash becomes 1 and Q goes to 0. That means reset state. So remember, whatever may be the previous state, maybe Q is equal to 1 or 0. When we are applying J is equal to 0 and K is equal to 1 and keep clock high, we get Q is equal to 0 and Q dash is equal to 1. That is reset state. So for JK flip-flop, when J is equal to 0 and K is equal to 1, this state is called a reset state of this flip-flop. As state, when J is equal to K is equal to 1, when we are giving both the inputs high, the output will complement in each clock. That means, suppose in the previous state, Q is equal to 0 and Q dash is equal to 1. When clock is high and when J and K is equal to 1, we get the reverse. In next cycle, it gets reverse or complement. Therefore, in each pulse, the output will toggle. So this state is called a toggle state. That means, suppose if Q is equal to 0 and Q dash is equal to 1, and we are giving a clock pulse, it changes to Q is equal to 1 and Q dash is equal to 0. In the next clock pulse, it changes to Q is equal to 0 and Q dash is equal to 1. This undesirable behavior can be eliminated by using an advanced flip-flop that is called a master-slave flip-flop. Now, this is the truth table and a logic diagram of JK flip-flop. Remember, we should have this clock high to get the JK flip-flop activated. First case, J is equal to K is equal to 0, no change. And we are interested in these two states. When J is equal to 1 and K is equal to 0, set state or Q is high. when k is equal to 1 and j is equal to 0, reset state, that means q is equal to 0. And when both are 1, it changes its state in each clock pulse. This is JK flip-flop. So, the condition in which j is equal to k is equal to 1 and high clock, the output will toggle. So, there is a technical term that's called racing. With j is equal to 1 and k is equal to 1 and a high clock, the output will toggle. Accordingly, the new output fed back to the input gates and the output toggle again. One more new outputs return to the inputs gates. In this way, output can toggle repeatedly as long as the clock remains high. So, toggling more than once during a clock cycle is called racing. So, this is an important term associated with JK flip-flop. Now, this is the timing diagram of JK flip-flop. Remember, along x-axis, we can consider time, and we have inputs first clock pulse. This is clock. Second, we have the input J and K, and two outputs Q and Q dash. So we have to check the status of J and K in each clock pulse. So first of all, consider a clock pulse. Now J is equal to 0, K is equal to 0. So no change in the outputs Q and Q dash. Now coming to second clock pulse, J is equal to 1 and K is equal to 0. That means J is equal to 1 and K is equal to 0, set state. Suddenly Q goes high and Q dash goes to low. So this is set state. Now consider the third clock pulse. J is high, it's there. K also goes to high. That means J equal to K is equal to 1. Toggle state. Suddenly it changes its state and comes to low state, and Q dash comes to high state. And next clock, J is equal to high, K is equal to high. That means toggle again. Therefore, it comes to high state. This Q dash comes to low state. Next state, clock. In this clock, J goes to 0 and K also goes to 0. Therefore, no change in the output. Same as that of the previous state. The next clock, J is equal to 0 and K is equal to 0. It continues state. And in the next clock, when we consider J is equal to high and K is equal to high, it toggle again. So we can easily understand this timing diagram while considering each clock. T flip-flop, or also called toggle flip-flop. T flip-flop is an advanced version of JK flip-flop in which we have only one input instead of J and K. So T flip-flops are single input version of JK flip-flop. This modified form of JK flip-flop is obtained by connecting both inputs J and K together. This flip-flop has only one input along with this clock pulse and two outputs Q and Q dash, similar to all flip-flops. The truth table of T flip-flop is when T is equal to 0, the output is same as that of the previous state. When T is equal to 1, the output is complement of Q dash. That means if Q is equal to 0, it changes to 1. Or if Q is equal to 1, it changes to 0. So we get the complement of the previous state. So this is the logic diagram of T flip-flop in which we have only one input T, or in other words, J and K inputs club together to form T, and we have a clock pulse. All other logic connections are same as that of JK flip-flop. You have feedback mechanism from Q and Q dash. Then the truth table. Clock should be high. When T is equal to 0, no change in the output. When T is equal to 1, we will get the complement of the previous output. Let us check one state. Suppose Q is equal to 1 and Q dash is equal to 0. We are giving T high. High here, 1 here. Q is high, 1 here. Clock is high, 1. So all the inputs of this AND gate is high. We get a 1 here. 1 fed to here. 0. We suppose that Q dash is equal to 0. Therefore, Q dash comes here. 0 and 1. For OR gate, it is 1. NOR gate complement. So the output is 0. Therefore, Q is equal to 0. We have 0 from here. In the previous state, Q dash is 0. Fed to here. T is equal to 1. Clock is high, but one of the input is low. Therefore, output of this AND gate is low. 0 here. 0 and 0. For OR gate, it is 0. We are using NOR gate. Complement of 0, 1. Therefore, Q dash changes to 1. So, in the previous state, we took Q is equal to 1 and Q dash is equal to 0. And now it changes to Q is equal to 0 and Q dash is equal to 1. If we consider T is equal to 0, both AND gate, the output of both AND gates are 0. Therefore, there is no change in the output. So Q remains as same. When T is equal to 1 and CP means clock pulse is equal to 1, the flip-flop complements its output regardless of the present state of the flip-flop. In this case, the next state is complement of the present state. So we can avoid the toggle state or racing condition because we are using only one input. When T is equal to 0 and clock pulse is equal to 1, there is no change in the state of the flip-flop. The next state is same as the present state of the flip-flop. From the characteristics table and a characteristic equation, it is quite evident that when T is equal to 0, the next state is same as that of the present state. Thank you for listening. Thank you.